So let's start. We're starting with the little book that is on rings, and it's 2025. So you will see many stickers because everyone loves stationery, right? So here are my plants. I don't know why they're written upside down. And here I have a sweater with the wings. I will try to find the sweater and take a photo. So this is Baby Ulla Net, the yarn that you've seen me using it a lot. It's 100% merino superwash and it has 175 meters. I can use this. Plus I added a strand of mohair and I was knitting on needles 3.5. And for the sleeves, I used 4.5. I cast on 82 stitches. And this is how I divided for the front 30, for the back, or for the front 32, for the back 30, 1 stitch for the raglan lines, and 8 stitches for the sleeves. And here I wrote how to make the wings. So here I wrote that you have to pick 29 stitches on the raglan line. You have to go into the big stitches and some small stitches, and 10 stitches you have to pick up on the sleeve. And then how I made increases so it makes like a ruffle. I write horribly. I write in English, I write in Lithuanian, and I write in Russian, depending, I don't know on what. So I hope you can decipher it. Wait. Here is the sweater with the 2-piece collar, but I didn't do 2 pieces. I did only 1 piece. So this is the collar that I made. So that's I wrote that the top part of the sweater is like poppy tea, so that means with a satin sleeve. I knitted collar on 3.5 and cast on 66 or 70 stitches. And this is how to make those little teeth. And then I knitted body on 4.5 and I cast on 32 stitches. This is the back, and then I increased till 62, and then I picked up either 16 or 20. I don't know why they're like this, and I knitted 16 rows like this and started, and then picked up for the sleeves, and then I started making increases for the neck and picked up for the So this is how I attach the collar. I picked up 46 plus 46 by wrapping yarn on an additional needle for double knitting to hide the edge. But I did not do that. I wanted to do that. See, I did not like how it looks because it looked too bulky. But so you know how, I don't know, maybe you know what it means when you pick up the stitch and on the other side you have another needle and you wrap. So you pick up stitches on both sides of the knitting. Like, for example, you take out the stitch and you wrap the yarn on the needle that is over there. And in this this means that you have the stitches picked up here and you have the stitches picked up on this needle, and then you knit several rows around here, and then you knit those together, and this edge hides in kind of a little seam. I didn't do it. At the bottom it says that 5 rounds plus 1 purl plus 4 rounds fold up and sew. I folded it like this at the end without teeth. So I knitted 5 rounds, then 1 round purling, and then I knitted 4 rounds, folded it, and sewed it. So this is the sweater. Here are the plans I had to knit. For Ed, a sock for so this is my friend's husband. For Rachel, this is my friend. I'm knitting the blue sweater for her right now. And this is for our colleague, my colleague Louise. So I knitted a pair of socks for her husband, and later I knitted a pair for her. Here I have the plans, what sweaters I want to knit. Need more sweater. Oh, this is the Korean design, remember? So this is the Korean design with those increases that I was knitting in burgundy color and didn't like the color, so I stopped knitting. I did not unravel it. I keep it so I could see the ratio of the increases. And here is the sample that I was knitting and recording for myself how to make increases to the right and to the left. Then half fisherman's rib. Oh, I wanted a sweater with 2 colors, gray and white. Half fisherman's rib, but I haven't done that. Then it says pied de poule. So this is the sweater. Then I wanted to make the sweater with the rhombus. Do I have it here? Here. I think I made this, right? I made this, but I didn't have the palettes, so I just took the gold yarn. Then burgundy Sophie scarf. I started that, but I haven't finished. I'm waiting for closer to winter. I have so many Sophie scarves because I find them the most convenient to use because they are not bulky around your neck and you can easily zip your jacket. This is Celeste sweater, or similar to Celeste, having in mind that I could knit tiny color work. I haven't done that. And then, diagonal sweater with diagonal lines from Norwegian magazine. So I will show you it somewhere there. And here are the patterns or knitting techniques I want to try out. This is how to fold and sew nicely. So, and here I wrote the notes. So when you are folding, do I have it somewhere? No, I don't. So when you, here, let's look at the sample. So for example, you start knitting, you cast on, and then when I fold it, so this folding line is knitted in purl. And if, for example, you knitted 5 rows, what I usually do is 2 options. One option, take the needle half size smaller and knit 5 rows and then bind off, or you purl and with the same needle you knit not 5 but 4 rows and then you bind off. And then you get very nice line where the teeth are looking exactly straight and even turn a bit like inwards, making it nice. New color teeth technique. I haven't tried this. It's over here. Oh no, I did it. See? I forgot. And I will show you the difference. So here, the old one is the regular teeth edge. And here is can you see it's a bit more 3D because it has these bumps. I think it also has the right to exist, and I would like to knit a collar like this for one of my sweaters. So I tried this technique, then Scottish mosaic pattern. Oh, see, it's not colored in, so it means I haven't done this. It shows there, so maybe we will find it somewhere. I don't know. Nice last stitch technique. So you have 2 stitches for the last stitch. So to make the edge, you need 2 last stitches. And the first stitch, you just slip, holding the yarn in front of your work. And the second stitch, you knit. And you do exactly the same when you come to the end. You slip the first stitch, having the yarn in front, and knit the second stitch. And in this kind of knitting, what you get 2 stitches for the edge. And 1 stitch is placed more to the right side, and another is closer to the wrong side. It's a bit thicker because it's 2 side stitches. But so we will see when I start picking for the button band how it looks. But now I'm experimenting. And I was experimenting here as well. So this is, there's like a Turkish, she speaks Russian, but she lives in Turkey, Natalie Masters. Pattern with 2 colors, make rhombus. I wrote no. It means I tried, I didn't like it. I don't remember even what is that. Klocke rhombus. And it's no. It means with an exclamation point, so it was definitely not what I like. 2 color slip stitch rib on YouTube. I haven't done that. New helix. So that is my sock pattern. So first I was trying it out to see if I like. So you could see I tried with 2 similar colors, and then I tried darker and white. How nice it turns. And this is how you make it. Round 1, dark yarn, you knit the round. And round 2 with the light color, you 1 knit, 1 purl. And that's what you get. And about faux seam, is it possible to make it as narrow as possible, the seam? But I haven't worked on it, I guess, because it's not colored in. So here are my stickers that I sometimes use. Here are the samples. So this is the sweater that I knitted, and you could see in some of my videos. It's pied de pull. It's very nice, I like it. Here I have an element. I think I saw it on Pinterest, and it's on the back, the rows that you pick up the stitches and kind of make the petals. I'm not planning to make it for myself, but I found it interesting, not usual, so that it's here. This is the rhombus sweater. I use number 5 needles, and for the sleeves number 6. I cast on 180 stitches, so it consists of 18 stitches. So 5 pattern repeats for one side, so it means 10 pattern repeats, so that's why 180 stitches. 1 by 1 ribbing, Italian cast on, 16 rounds, and to the sleeves I knitted 2.5 pattern repeats, and then I divided and knitted some more. It's not written how I made the slanting shoulder line, but I guess that's not difficult. Oh, maybe it's here. I don't remember what it is. It's 90. Yeah, it's for this. So if you divide into half, it's 90 and 90 stitches. First, this shoulder you start. So I did short rows. I left 28 for the neckline and 31 for the shoulders. And then I made 6 short row turnings. So I knitted to here, did not knit 6 stitches and turned. And then I came here, did not knit the last 6 stitches and turned. Then I came here, did not knit 5 stitches and turned, and that's how I did it. And when there were 10 stitches left on each side, I started making the neckline. So I just worked then on one shoulder and then on another. So in total up to here it was 4.5 pattern repeats. We can leave it here. So this is the yarn that I used. I used lanolin wool. It's 100% wool. It's 50 grams, 100 meters. And I used a strand of mohair. I used leftover mohair. And here I had Rubin Superwash. It's also 100 meters and 50 grams. This I bought in a secondhand shop for like sweater amount. It's dark blue, misty, like muted dark blue, very similar to this color as you can see. Don't remember if I had to buy the yarn for the mohair for this. This I cannot show you because I wrote a pattern for that, so we will hide it. Here I like the sweater because it had crocheted elements, but not the whole sweater is crocheted. Only some, like a block of crocheted elements, and it makes the sweater look, I would say, more elegant. Here I have a photo that I really like and would like to knit it. It's kind of stripy sweater, but the stripes, these zigzag stripes, are thinner and one wider. So for example, if it is 3 white lines, so here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's double thickness. And I think it gives, like, breaks the dull pattern and makes it more interesting, plus zigzags, plus like different width of the stripes. Here I have the picture from Pinterest, how to make ruffles. I think it looks very feminine and beautiful. So I could see this is the twisted ribbing. I'm not very fond of twisted ribbing, so maybe I could do the normal ribbing one by one. Yeah, but that's a nice element. And this one I love. This is the traditional Norwegian sweater. But look, it has color work of the roses on top of this pattern. You can see that these crosses and these black flowers, let's call, you can see them through the roses. It looks like the rose motif was put on top of this motif. I found it very original. I'm not very fond of traditional Norwegian sweaters, but if I decide to knit, maybe I could do something like that. Here is another photo from Pinterest, and what I like is this is a bit of lace motif and with the ruffles. If I had to knit for myself, I wouldn't make it so wide. I would make a narrow line with the ruffles, and maybe it could be only like a jabot, and the ruffle could go around. To understand, this ruffle doesn't go straight, but it would go here, around, and here. Just a little detail. So this is from Norwegian magazine. The sweater with diagonal lines. I saw a woman wearing that sweater in the shop and asked where she bought the pattern. She told me the name of the pattern, but I couldn't find, and then I found in an old magazine. So there's nothing special about it, but I don't know why I like it. I like the texture. I like the diagonal lines. It gives a bit of like, makes you look slimmer. It has double neckline, like folded neckline. I don't like folded necklines. I find them a bit too bulky on me, just personally on me. And here is the pattern in Norwegian. So you have to knit in the round and you cast. How can you cast 124 stitches or strik rundt and knit in the round? You knit one by one, 6 centimeters, and then you start knitting this for the body, and you knit this for the arm. But it's practically the same, see? It's the same pattern, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, the same. What you have to do, you have to center it. So this is the center line. So you have to count how, it doesn't matter how wide you make, you can just choose any pattern that you have. knitted in stockinette, and then you find the central line and count. So this is the pattern repeat, right? And count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6-stitch pattern repeat, and you count how many 6-stitch pattern repeats go to one side and go to the other side. That's it. It's very easy. The same for the sleeve. Oh, here is the half fisherman rib sweater. There's another YouTuber, Christina. She has a Lithuanian channel, Megzti Paprasta. I will put a link in the description below. So she knitted that. I bought gray and white color for the half fisherman rib, but I haven't started yet. Here is the pattern for the socks. It makes tiny rhombus, and this is how you knit it. This is the pattern repeat. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches wide and 4 rows up. I haven't tried it, but on the video there was, I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was on YouTube, and those socks looked really nice, like a bit of the texture instead of knitting all stockinette, and it looked really nice. Here I have, this is some patterns from Pinterest. I like how it looks. I haven't tried it, but I think I could try it to see if it looks nice on the socks. It's very similar to the sock pattern I'm knitting, but it's 3 rounds. It's written in Russian, but maybe you can put it to Google Translate. Here is the pattern with the fly motif. You can see that it has like 2 bumps for the eyes, the legs, and the wings. This is the separation for the wings, and this is how you knit it. I knitted it and did not like it. Here is kind of like lace motif, and I think it could look nice with a thin strand of yarn combined with a strand of mohair. It would be lacy, airy, and the halo would cover the holes a little bit. Here is another, like I call it shadow pattern. So there's actually not a pattern, but it changes a bit the stockinette and looks a bit more interesting. Remember, there was a moment when everyone was knitting checkered sweaters, and for those vertical lines they were embroidering it. So I found this picture on Pinterest, and I have it here because I find those checkers, those squares are very nice and look beautiful. Here, can you see well? Here, I liked the lace motif, so I just have it. I like that this edge stitches are very neat. It's also in Russian, but you can follow this. This means 2 stitches knit together or leaning left, 2 stitches together leaning right. This is yarn over, and this is a purl stitch. And this is the knitted, and you can choose, you can make it as wide as you want. Here I have like textured pattern. What I liked here is this cross. I find it a bit like different from the rest that I've seen lately. And I think it's a very nice element. It's not difficult. You just look, this is the cable and this is the kind of a big cable. And this is the moss pattern, double moss. Here I have this element on the chest. What I would like is to do, I find it very beautiful, but I don't need it so wide. If you could join with the bubbles here and make it shorter and kind of like end it like this, see? So you just end here. I think it would be a nice element. And here is single moss stitch. And here a bit of the lace, but you don't have to do it, I guess. One day I have to sit and write the chart for this because it's not a complicated one. Here is a picture from Pinterest. And these are nearly all pictures are from Pinterest. This is the Dior pattern. I tried to knit it and I did not like it because you can see that the stitches are not clean. They are like wiggly, and though the pattern itself is interesting, I knitted, maybe I have it somewhere. Then I have the pattern I'm going to knit closer to winter. I haven't seen it anywhere knitted. I like that it has very subtle lace and cables, not too much, but just a bit to make it look interesting. And here is the pattern. I found it on Pinterest, this. So it's a 24 stitch repeat. Here I found this element interesting and I wanted to learn how to knit it, and you knit from this side, from one corner, and after knitting one ruffle, you have to break the yarn, knit a little bit, make the ruffle and break the yarn and pick up stitches. I think to have a sweater all in this, you can also regulate the width between the ruffles. I think it's a nice element only, for example, for the front or only for the sleeves, but not the whole sweater because it makes you look way, way bigger. So here is another element for the front. So you can see the cable running here and then the knitted stitches and the ruffle picked up, and it has the white edge. You change the color. Well, I would do it shorter because I think it would make me look way more massive if I do it to the end, to the ribbing. Here I have a sweater with the diamonds or rhombus. It's a 2-stitch line. What I like here that it's not boring because you have it like plain with the pearl stitches, but here you have little lace motifs, little eyelets, and the same you have on the sleeves, and it gives a bit of playfulness. So I find it very simple, elegant, and not boring. Here I just put a photo not to forget how you can make some colorful elements. For example, you could do it on the sides of your sweater, and it would look nice. For example, if the sweater is all red and this is white. It's a nice, interesting detail I haven't seen before. This is the sweater, also knit, a combination of crochet and knitting. And the crochet is not as usual as those squares, and it's knitted in like you knit a band, so that's also more interesting. So here I found the sweater with the similar like ruffles, just only on half of the arm and on the neckline. It's a turtleneck most probably. Here I found how to knit this, making increases here, and thus the cables widen. I think it's a good sweater pattern for women with little circumference here, because it optically makes it look wider. So the same as here, making it wider. I really like this one and I'm planning to knit it. However, I don't have the full pattern, but I guess it's like you just mirror this side. It's from Pinterest. It's rhombus, but it also has some action happening inside them. And I think it would look nice with a strand of, if you use like regular yarn plus a strand of mohair. Here is the color work by Dior. Again, the same pattern. You can see squares with a circle and rhombus. I find it very interesting, not usual. And I have somewhere, I think, the similar pattern. It's not this one, but you can adjust it and have it. I think it's somewhere there. This is also an interesting sweater because one yarn is mohair. You knit alternating the rounds, knitting with either mohair or regular yarn, and it gives this texture. I haven't tried it, but I want to try, and it's mainly in pearls. I haven't tried it because I'm not very fond of pearls, but I think I need to try it. And here is the pattern. Here is also rhombuses with some action in the middle, but the pattern is very difficult to read. It's very tiny and not clear, but it's just for inspiration. I like this one because it's squares and the division is in black and the inside is in two colors. I think it's broken seed pattern. I found this pattern on YouTube in Tricot Boom channel. If you like it, you can go and check. I love this one. It's intarsia knitting using regular yarn and mohair to give a bit of interesting look. I would love to have something like that. So you can see it goes on the shoulder as well, but I think just one element is enough. I don't think it's very easy to knit, but I haven't tried it. So it's the same pattern that we met before. And here is a beautiful, easy to knit pattern, and I think it looks perfect. It would look perfect on men's sweaters. for me, it's absolute masculine pattern. Here I have like just some texture with the cables. Here I have the socks with broken seed stitch pattern. You use 2 colors, and this time the white goes on top and makes like honeycomb effect. This is how you knit it. So with the white, for example, or single color, solid color yarn, you knit 1 round. Then round 2, you take the colored yarn and you knit 1 purl. And third round, you take again the solid color and you knit. And with variegated yarn, you change, instead of 1 knit 1 purl, you purl 1, knit 1, and then you repeat again. So here is the same. I don't know why I put it. And here again I have try out note from my knitting YouTube file where diagonal lines, don't know what it means. Scottish mosaic pattern, haven't done it. In Tarsha, so I think I wanted this in Tarsha. I haven't done with, oh, so here is with the cables and lace eyelets between them. So that's what I wanted to try out. This one. And I have Lanagata camel hair yarn, and I think with a strand of mohair it will look very beautiful. And here with the band of laces, the sweater I knitted and washed it. I can't try it on because it's +30 and we have no wind. Here are sweaters I want to knit. This is a sweater with jabon with bubbles, so it was this one. Haven't done it. Then is with cables and with the lace band, so I've done it. So this is the perfect raglan line. It's this one from Need More Sweater Korean pattern. I recommend it, but you have to be very patient to understand it. I think it's very unprofessionally explained, filmed, and it could be done much easier. So, but then I can't show you that. So here is the sweater that I unraveled, the gray one, like charcoal gray, remember? Oh, it's here. So I was trying to knit with 2 strands of regular yarn, then with mohair, and tried different, like purling. And here is my pattern. So for here I could use 3 threads and cast on 180 stitches for one side. It can't be that many. No. So in total it's 180, but you knit one side at a time and then you will have to sew it up. So for here you take needles number 3 and use 3 threads. For this part you take needles number 4 and you take 2 threads. And here this square is with 3 threads. You can also make increases here. It's up to you. And it will be more dropped shoulder, and you make the slanting shoulder lines. 10 rows, 15 rows. What's that? Oh, it's for the sleeve. See, it's the sleeve. 15 rows with thicker yarn, like 3 threads, and 10 rows with the thinner yarn. I would love to try it out, but I think I have to use different color. Here I knitted Garrick baby sweater. I knitted for my colleague. He asked to knit a baby sweater for little princess. So I used this color. It's for half a year size. So it was, but I didn't do satin sleeve. I made raglan lines. So here I cast on 70 stitches, and now I don't remember what's here. So this is the lace sweater from Pinterest. So it's just for inspiration. So see, the lace has garter stitch or just purl stitches above and after, and you have to make decreases here to fill in this part so you could start knitting in the round. It doesn't look very nice to me. I think it would be nicer if you just knit it like that and break the yarn, and then would knit here and break the yarn and then start knitting in the round. So here is Dior sweater. I found a similar pattern, but it doesn't have the circle. It just has the rhombus, and it's a bit different. But I think it still looks nice. Maybe I have to work on it one day. And I don't have anything here. And I think that's enough for one video. This was my first notebook. I decided to show you. I hope you enjoyed it. Please write your comments, what you liked, what you didn't like. I will be very happy to read and chat with you in the comments. Goodbye.